Hey guys, this is Johnny Smash for the JS League of Legends channel, and today we've got a Nunu commentary. And Nunu's a pretty weird character. A lot of people think he's underpowered, but I think he's pretty okay. I don't think he's like super high tier or anything, but I think he's really fun to play. And I don't know, sometimes I just go on horrible losing streaks with him, but usually I do like pretty good. So I got the Sasquatch Nunu skin because I think it was like 100 RP at one point or something. They're having some crazy sales. So I was like, heck yeah, I like Nunu. And my friend says it makes him look like Donkey Kong, and that just like makes me happy. So I like Nunu. And now the guide I'm doing today, it's suggests getting snowball over the Q and then getting one level of the W early, which is, I'm not really used to getting the W that early, but it does give you like 10% run speed or something, so it does make sense to get it early. But I don't know, it felt like my Q was kind of weak this game from getting the W, the one level of the W earlier, so I don't know, I'm kind of not really sure on that one. Because with your summoner spells, you can usually get an okay position, and you got your slow with your snowball. So, I don't know, I might go back to not leveling the W until everything else is pretty much leveled, or until at least I get a few levels of the Q. And so today I'm gonna lane with Kog'Maw. Kog'Maw's pretty cool. He's actually the only character that I bought like the whole skin package when he came out, like where you came with Sonoran Kog'Maw and Green Kog'Maw, because I was super excited about him because I just liked that his ult was like really long range. So maybe I'll do a Kog'Maw video sometime. And plus, I'm from Arizona, so the fact that there was Sonoran Kog'Maw, I like, because the Sonoran Desert is all up here in Arizona, so I was like, that's for me. I have to do that. Plus, I wasted a ton of money on League of Legends back then, and no, like, I shouldn't say wasted, but I bought a lot of characters, and I got a lot of IP boosts, which is like why I have pretty much all the runes I need now. And so with Nunu, I do like to harass with the snowballs, but the problem here is he doesn't really have the mana pool to do it unless you can get the 7 hits in for his passive, because his passive, after you get 7 hits, you get a free spell. And I should say, besides his snowball's just a nuke and a slow does damage and it slows them. His Q ability does a ton of damage to a creep and heals Nunu, so that's good for getting your life back up there. So I mean, is some lanes you can just get those 7 hits in, snowball them, 7 hits in, use your Q, and like never use mana, pretty much. But that's pretty much not gonna work when they have like a ranged character that isn't like horrible. But he's still, I don't know, you can still kind of get in there, you can take some harass and then use your Q to get back up later. Like Tryndamere can't really, like, he could try to catch up with me. Oh, here I was like going for Tryndamere because he's super low, and I thought Kog'Maw would like do something. But don't close the video yet. Like this looks really bad, but the game does get interesting. Even though it started out like this. And Tryndamere gets away with 36 HP, I think, or 37. So that was really bad. But that just makes it us the underdog, so it's more exciting to watch now. And I don't know, I think Kog'Maw, he's not really complaining at me because didn't seem like he did much there. Of course, Kog'Maw is kind of awkward sometimes, like, I mean, he didn't seem to have the slime trail yet, but sometimes, like, with Kog'Maw, you just use the slime trail, and then, like, nothing happens, like, you miss them, and it's just really awkward. And especially if you have the ult and you miss a couple times, you can just look really stupid, but that's not how I play Kog'Maw. Obviously, no one never chooses. So they're getting really ballsy here, like, just staying up in the tower, so... Yeah, he should not have stayed long enough for him to take a tower hit. Like, that can really, really cost you. Because, I mean, even if I didn't show up, he would have been running away with, like, less than a health bar. But I did feel like I had to flash in there to get in there just the right time. And so that was a good kill, but I don't know. A lot of kills are from enemy mistakes, and I felt like he shouldn't have been all up in there for so long. And he probably felt like this game was going to go his way just because they got 2 kills in the lane. And he probably just felt like, oh, this game's going to be a cakewalk. I'll just get overconfident. I don't really know what happened. But one interesting thing about this guide also is it recommends you start with 3 health potions. And usually I don't get any on Nunu because the Q heals so much. And I feel like the early level of the W really, I don't know, it makes your Q not so good. So I'm not sure if I like that for this guide, but I don't know, the move speed can be important. You obviously want to buff someone else with it whenever you use the buff. So yeah, there I'm getting Blood Boil, and that ability basically just buffs someone. I think it increases their attack speed and move speed a little bit, and it buffs yourself too. I think it only used to buff one person like way long ago, and then they were like, this isn't fun having to like only buff your carry or whatever, and people would probably say, oh, Nunu, don't waste your buff on yourself, so that's not fun. So they just made it so it buffs Nunu whenever he buffs someone else. There are times when like you get really confused and you accidentally buff yourself, and that looks kind of dumb. But yeah, usually you want to buff like a ranged carry, or I guess any carry. But I like to buff ranged carries. I'm not really wasting my mana on it early on because it is a really cheap spell. But early on, I don't feel like I have the mana for it to just like toss. Because what I have like 230 mana right now, and it costs 50. But looks like they did a lane switch here with Annie and Akali did. I don't know if Akali was having trouble mid, but I mean, obviously Annie got the double kill bottom, so I don't think it was because Annie was doing bad down here. Akali must have been having trouble with Vlad because Akali's all melee and stuff. And Vlad is pretty cool. So, I don't know, I'm pretty much, I think they list Nunu as like a farmer because of his Q ability, but he's not really much of a farmer compared to someone like Morgana or Nasus who has like good AoE, or Mordekaiser, or even like Kennen or something. Because like you can only use it, like what's the cooldown, like 20 seconds or something on his Q. Like it's, I don't know, I think I get almost the least minion kills. People would call that creep score back in Han and Dota. But so yeah, Akali's getting a little ballsy going for Kog'Maw here, but I'm able to slow her, but Kog'Maw still dies. And oh yeah, Kog'Maw gets her with his passive. And this Tryndamere, he didn't stay on me because the creeps would have killed him for sure, and my snowball was just enough to get him. And with the flash there, if my snowball did a little bit less damage, it wouldn't have got him. And I do like how in this guide, I think you get a lot of AP runes in this guide, and I think the guide I used to use for Nunu went all AP runes, which is always fun, except, well, red would be Magic Pen, obviously, because that's going to increase your damage more than getting red AP runes, because those are bad. And I do like the item build on this guide, actually. I like getting the early Catalyst Protector because it makes Nunu a little bit more tanky and have a little bit more mana earlier. I don't really feel like he needs the level up ability that much because I've never had much trouble keeping Nunu at high health and mana because of his Q and his passive. But I don't know, it just feels right with this guide. The guide I used to use, it like lately I've been trying it and I was just doing bad as Nunu. I don't know what the deal was. Maybe it's because I was queuing with my friend who was lower elo, and it kind of matches you up weird when you do that. So now Nunu versus another melee is a good lane because you're gonna be able to harass a lot. And yeah, Kali shows up here and she gets hit by my ult hardcore, but I think I still die. So I really should have been watching out for Akali because she can just blink from like really far away over and over. So that was my bad. You always gotta be like conscious. But Nunu's a really good lane against just one melee if it was like just Akali or just Tryndamere. Because he can usually recover his health easier and faster, and he can harass a lot because of his passive, which will let you throw a lot of snowballs. So let's see. Yeah, not much going on so far. I feel like the laning phase is gonna end soon. I'm not really sure. But oh yeah, he's gonna get him. Go Kog'Maw. Oh gosh. Yeah, but I always the other reason I bought the skins for Kog'Maw was because I always wanted a character that when you kill him, you take a ton of damage, and Kog'Maw is pretty much perfect for that. I always wanted it to be like, okay, here I'm sneaking around to get Tryndamere. This is really awkward actually. You can see I like move ahead to cut him off, but and like I'm aware he's gonna blink, so I try to snowball, but the snowball, like the tiny cast time gets cut off by him going into the bushes, so it barely doesn't work right. So that was just extremely awkward. But for every time I barely kill him with a snowball and a flash, there's gonna be times where he barely gets away because the cast time of the snowball got canceled by the trees. It's almost random because there's just tiny little factors that you can't exactly predict, even though there isn't actually any random damage in this game, really. So Tryndamere really doesn't want to leave the lane, and if he did, he would, the lane would get pushed, like we'd be able to take the tower down possibly. But I am really going for the harass there, and you can see how much tankier the Catalyst Protector made me. Like, look at my health bar. I got like all those little things. So I do like this build because the build I used to use, I misclicked the snowball there, so I felt kind of dumb there. But it would have been like one more harass, but that would have been nice. And so what was I saying? Yeah, the old guide I used, it went for Amplifying Tome as first item, and then you get a fast Mejai's Soulstealer, and that made Nunu a little bit too squishy, but having all that AP really early was fun. But getting Mejai's when you're gonna die a lot because you're too squishy, even though you're Nunu, I did not like it. It was better than a lot of the guides I'd tried before for Nunu. So, I don't know, but this guide's better. The nice thing about a lot of time passing since the last time I played is that there's better guides. There's more guides to look at. People have perfected stuff a little bit more. I actually played another game as Alistar, which I'm going to comment next, and I really like the way the build is improved for him. Oh god, that wasn't that bad because I'm pretty tanky now, but I blinked in, and then Tryndamere used up his Bloodlust stacks to gain all his health back, so I just looked really stupid trying to kill him there. So I guess I should have clicked on him and checked how many stacks he had or something, I don't know. I don't know why Kog'Maw switched lanes. Go top Chaz, I don't know, they must be friends or something. Well, Kog'Maw's doing good up there. He killed Shen. So yeah, this Catalyst Protector really makes Nunu a lot more tanky. Caitlyn kind of makes me mad because in this game, because she keeps attacking from the bushes, and I want to hang out in the bushes and then move, like make him not sure what I'm doing. But Caitlyn just kind of ruins that because it reveals the entire bushes when someone attacks from them. And this tower's getting pretty low. Akali is pretty low. Now this is kind of funny because she hides in her thing, and the ult has a huge radius. Akali's not one of the characters that can blink anywhere she wants. She can only blink to an ally, so all she could have really done is walk down and get killed by Caitlyn. She wouldn't have had enough time to walk up, so she just kind of hung out in her shroud because I think it gives magic resist and stuff now. So yeah, she was pretty much dead. And the cool thing about that is that the tower wasn't prioritizing me because I hadn't actually dealt any damage yet. So, and Akali even commented